How's it going, Raider Nation? It's JT coming at you with another episode of the Raidercast, your podcast for everything silver and black. Today is Mock Draft Monday. We are back. This is now episode 3. We are cruising through these things. I've been doing these a lot on my own time, just playing around with the mock draft simulator, seeing all the kinks, all the ins and outs of it, trying to make sure that I can create the best drafts possible, make sure it's realistic and quality. But before we continue with this mock draft Monday, don't forget to subscribe to this channel of unfiltered silver and black content. Especially if you're a Raiders fan, if you're an NFL fan, you can always stop in and just check in to see what, a Raiders fan thinks about what's happening with the Raiders or other teams and stuff like that. Because I try to keep it real on this channel, and I hope you guys enjoy this type of content because I'm going to keep doing this type of stuff. You guys seem to like it. You guys are viewing it like crazy, and I appreciate you guys so much. And once again, I hope you subscribe, like this video, and comment down below what you think of this mock draft. But now, let's get into it. Let's enter this draft. Now, there's been a lot of there we go. So, as you guys know, if you guys have been following along with what's been happening in, Raiders land, Aaron Rodgers is really suspected to be the next guy in Vegas, but we have to trade for him. But before even that, Derek Carr is also has a very strong possibility of being traded. You can check out all my videos on the Derek Carr situation, stuff like that, which I'm going to link to above here somewhere, up in this corner, this corner up here. But yeah, so let's start off with a trade. Now, I think it is very likely that the Saints could 100% give up their 29th overall pick to get Derek Carr. Derek Carr is definitely a player. A franchise QB is always worth a first round pick. We haven't really seen too many other, real franchise guys not go for a first round pick. So, Derek Carr for the 29th overall pick, and then I'm going to throw in the 168 as well, and then we'll do a pick swap of these two right here. They move up a little bit in this round, but yeah, let's offer this trade. Boom. And so you know what this means? We can absolutely make this trade for Aaron Rodgers. Now, the thing with the PFF thing is that it values Aaron Rodgers so much that you could offer the entirety of the Raiders, draft capital, and it will still, it's barely going up, and I'm offering every single pick. It's fucking nuts. So you have to force this type of trade, but I'm not going to make it a stupid trade. I'm not going to make it unrealistic. I'm going to offer the first 2 picks, our 4th round pick, and these two late round picks as well. And I feel like this is a realistic trade. This is a 2 first rounders is crazy. This is basically a second rounder, but still 2 first rounders, and then you have some late round picks sprinkled in there. I'm actually going to get rid of this one just to keep it for us, but we still have plenty of draft capital to play around with. But let's force this trade and let's start this draft. So obviously we're going to be completely skipping over the first round. We will be picking in the second, which is huge, but I do want to see what the Green Bay Packers get with the 7th overall pick, and just see how the first round shakes out. So far, CJ Stroud going to the Colts. Let's see who the Seahawks pick. Tyree Wilson, that makes sense. Will Anderson going to the Lions. That's a huge to pair with him. And then the Packers get Brian Brees. Very interesting, or Breezy. I don't know how to say his name. All right, let's make this faster. Let's make this go faster. Let's get it to the Raiders pick here. But yeah, I think this is I tried to, again, if you don't think this is realistic, I don't know what to tell you. I tried to make it as realistic as possible. This is what I think is a very likely scenario. We only get a first and a very late round pick for Derek Carr, which is basically a second round pick, which is why people are like, oh, we're not going to get a first, we're going to get like a second and a third. But what if we just get a straight up first round pick and a really far late round pick, which I think could definitely happen. Now, I think that we could get Kaliha Kancey with this 38th overall pick. It's perfectly right in there. He's been valued as a very good pick for the second round. I've seen a lot of people mock him to us as a second round pick, so I'm going to pick him here. Huge boost to our D-line, build up our defensive line in the draft, which is big. So now you have Max Crosby, Kancey, and Chandler Jones on the line, along with Andrew Billings. That's a pretty good line, in my opinion. Obviously, need some more depth in the defensive tackle area and some more edge players, but overall, pretty solid so far. Now, this is a guy I think we should absolutely get, Deonte Banks. I think I mocked him in a previous draft we did, but I think it's a very worthwhile pick. He always pops up, and I think he could be a very good pick for us at that pick number 70. Now, I want to see how if we can trade up at all. So we have the 143. Let's resume. We're going to keep going. We're just going to keep going. 64 more teams get to pick before us, but we can see if we can get back into the the fourth round. I think we're picking late fourth round, early fifth round. It looks like with the 143 pick. Or no, it's early fifth round. So let's see if we can actually get into the fourth round. So we're at 106. We are just into the fourth round. Let's see if we can actually trade up. That's a big thing with having picks, especially these couple late round, seventh round picks, is that helps you move up in the draft. So let's not try to move up too far. Let's do the freaking Rams. Why not? Because they have some picks. They might not want these picks, actually. So let's go with a team that doesn't have a lot of picks. Cowboys have a ton of picks. Buccaneers have a ton of picks. Who doesn't have a ton of picks? Let's see here. Jacksonville does not have a lot of picks, so they might be willing to give up this 127 for this 143 and 226 plus 229. Offer this trade. Let's get into that fourth round, that late fourth round. There we go. Let's resume the draft. It's all about movement. It's all about getting into those rounds where you can get valuable players. You can't really get too much value with those 229, 226 picks, but we're able to package them with our 143 to get into the fourth round. And we are still in the fifth round with our 168 pick. So let's see who we can get. We can get Caillou, Blue, Kelly, Marvin Mims, Dwayne McBride, Chase Brown. I honestly think we're gonna go with Can we trade back again? Let's see who's gonna trade back with us to 155. Hell no. No thanks. So here, you know what we're gonna do? We could get Caillou, Blue, Kelly and get another corner, but I think we might actually go with Marvin Mims here. Chase Brown we could get another center. You know what? Let's roll with this center. Actually, no, we're not going to roll with the center. We're going to go with Marvin Mims. Let's get a nice young wide receiver in there to pair along with Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, and Mac Hollins, who I expect to be back. But Marvin Mims could provide us that wide receiver 3 that we kind of need. Because, I mean, Mac Hollins is okay. At wide receiver 3, I think he definitely outplayed himself this season. But we definitely need to get a little bit better at the wide receiver position. But with Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball, it shouldn't be an issue getting value out of him. So let's get our round 5 pick in, and let's see who we can get here. Let's see what position we need to tackle. We have QB done. We don't have interior O-line. We have defensive tackle. We have corner done. We need some edge depth, so that could be a good pick right here. Ooh, there's 2 edge picks. We could get Emil Ikior as well. Do we go guard or edge here? I think we can get some guard in free agency, so I'm not going to worry about that. Let's get some edge depth, and let's go with Thomas Incoom. Very interesting name, but let's roll with it. We need some, depth there. Are we going to get another round? Nope, it's a round 6 pick. It's an early round 6 pick. Let's see who we can get. Let's maybe if we can get a guard here, that'd be great. Maybe a safety. Josh Wiley, DJ Turner, Nick Broeker, Will Mallory. I think we might go with Josh Weil here, or Wiley. I'm not sure how to say his name, but let's see who wants to trade. We could only trade back 20 spots and get the 248. No, we're not going to trade. We're just going to draft a guy. Actually, you know what? Let's trade back. There's not too much here that I want to get. Let's just trade back because I think we might go for tight end at some point here, because Foster it will be gone, so we need someone to back up Darren Waller there. So let's see. Let's see who we can get. 12 more picks. Let's see who we can get. And we get that extra 248. Like I said earlier, 248s aren't going to get you a lot, but maybe some depth, maybe something in there. You never know. But let's see what we get with a round 6. Aubrey Miller Jr. You know what? Let's go. Let's go with the linebacker out of Jackson State, Aubrey Miller Jr. That takes care of linebacker, even though it's very, very late. It's not really addressing the position, but, you know, getting some depth, getting some young blood in that room could help. You never know. You can always hit with those late round guys. But like I said earlier, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you like this type of content, if you enjoy watching a mock draft go through the whole process, if you enjoy my type of storytelling mock draft of creating different scenarios, because every week I will, you know, create new scenarios. Like last week, we didn't trade Carr. We didn't end up getting anything for him. We drafted at 7. We got C.J. Stroud. Oh no, we got Bryce Young. We were able to get Bryce Young. But yeah, let's see what we can get here. A fullback, halfback, wide receiver. Like I said, there's not a lot as you get further down the list, but maybe get some safety help in there. Let's get Brandon Hill. Let's get Brandon Hill in here out of Pitt. And that'll be it. This is it for the draft. There's 11 picks remaining. That's going to grade the draft. But as I was just saying, every week I try to change up the scenario. As the news comes out, as things change in real time, I make the mock draft changes as so and try to go along with what is fresh right now. Like right now, Aaron Rodgers is the story. Derek Carr being traded is the story. And it looks like both things are very likely to happen, especially the Derek Carr trade. So getting picked for Derek Carr is very realistic, especially from the Saints to get that 29th pick that they're able to get from Sean Payton, and maybe they can get, you know, Derek Carr in there to be throwing to, who do they have as a rookie? Chris Olave. They have, you know, the backfield. They have a O-line, and they have a solid defense. They just need to clear that cap room for Derek Carr. But as this PFF draft is grading, we'll see how this ends up, you know, resulting in. And like I said, let me know down in the comments how you guys feel about how I did. Do you think it's realistic, all these trades and moves and stuff like that? Because I think a lot of people forget that moving in the draft is a huge thing that GMs do, and that you need to really, if you really want to do a mock draft, you really need to move around. You can't just be like, oh, we're just going to pick here, even though it's really hard to conceptualize stuff like that. But B-, A for Deontay Banks. Marvin Mims got a B-. We got a C for this trade. That's okay, because we gave up 3 picks for 1 pick, but we'll take it. B-, B- trade, B+ pick. We got a draft grade of a B. This is our worst one so far. Our first one got an A-. Our second one got an A+ because we were able to trade up and get Bryce Young at pick 3. We trade with the Cardinals, something like that. But in this scenario, we get Aaron Rodgers, we get value for Derek Carr, and we're able to build in the draft some defense. You might be able to see we don't have a lot of O-line in here, but like I said, there's always free agency. You're not going to be able to get every single thing in the draft, but if, you know, we want to build up a defense, we got to get defense in the draft, and getting a D-line and a corner in the first 2 rounds, and getting a backup wide receiver in the 4th round, and getting some edge, linebacker, and safety depth in those late rounds could be huge to building this defense up to be a playoff and possibly even championship level defense. So, like I said, if you like this type of video, don't forget to subscribe. This is my channel. I try to create great content for you guys. That is my goal. Do you guys agree with this grade of a B? Do you think I could have done better? Who would have you chosen instead? Where would you have gone instead? Do you think the Aaron Rodgers trade is realistic? Do you think the Derek Carr trade is realistic? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from Raider Nation. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys make it a lot of fun to be a content creator for the nation. I love creating content for all of you guys. I hope you guys had an absolutely fantastic day. I will see you guys in the next video, and peace out, Raider Nation.